Welcome back, guys. Thought I had to rush another video because after I'd edited the previous one on the 37, I realised I'd got sidetracked when I was rambling on. Those of you who listened to a lot of it or watched it all the way through would have seen that I was started talking about my class 419 beautiful backman model when I was talking about the Hornby HM7000 Stay Alive. What I did was I actually bought two because I realised that when I first bought this, even on DC, wasn't the best runner. Nicely detailed model, has a single flywheel motor in the front, but only has one driving bogie. There's pickups on the rear, but yeah, only two driving axles. And then when I put the HM7000 Dakota in and uploaded the Class 73 sound file off the Hornby app, it still wouldn't run well because it kept disconnecting when on Wi-Fi, and then even when I programmed it, just ran it off my NCE power cab, it was still stopping and starting. So I ended up ordering a, that's probably the better side. Don't look too closely. I had a few weathering mistakes with this model, and yeah, so I understand if you guys notice a few little scratches in the windows and maybe a little bit heavy weathering for a passenger vehicle. I understand, but yeah, I sort of have a few regrets, but it's still a nice model and it runs pretty well. Anyway, back to the story. So I ordered a Stay Alive, put that in, and then it ran faultlessly. When running with the Bluetooth off my phone or my tablet, yeah, it was beautiful. And then it would creep along at slow speeds. So then as I explained, I took the Dakota out and just put a standard Bachmann ESU non-sound Dakota in, and then but it went back to running crappy again. So I wanted to order a Stay Alive while I had the money for the upcoming purchase of the new Dakota for the Class 33. And I wanted to try one on this and see if that would fix the running issue, so I ordered two. So long story short, just a standard Dakota, non-sound Dakota, but it does have an HM7000 Stay Alive in it. Alright guys, yeah, the body's off. I'm so mad with myself. There we go. It's got a lot of nice detail and I just snapped that off. So, but not the end of the world, a bit of super glue should hold that into place. Looks like one of the battery boxes, I'd say. One of the things that attracted me to it, if you can see, it's got some really good underside detail. Let's get into focus. See, and I've sort of weathered underneath as well. So yeah, this model's had a bit of a hard life, sadly. If I had my time again, like I said, as a warning for people new to the hobby, be prepared for a few little mistakes. I did the lazy thing. because there's a lot of windows in this, like a coach and that. I originally, because I wanted to weather it, and then I wanted a flat spray varnish over the top, which I think out of the factory probably has assassin. Anyway, I taped them up, and on the other side, which has some scratched windows, I tried to cut inside the window. My knife wasn't sharp enough, and I didn't get right into the edges. And the idea was that I'd peel it off, and then the windows would be masked. And then I realised what I'd done. I stopped for the other side. Then I didn't have much better luck on this side. I'd seen on other YouTube videos the guys actually popped the windows out, and I tried popping them out, and I actually cracked a couple of the lenses, which luckily wasn't across the windows. So yeah, I ended up popping them all out, and then giving it a clear spray, and then putting them back in, weathering and putting a clear spray. But then annoyingly, the glue that I had to glue them back in, put between the windows, my hand shook and must have, as I was lining them up, brushed past a bit of glue that would have been on the other side of the wall there, got it on the window, slid it into place, and straight away it kind of stuck, and I couldn't wipe it straight off. And then, to make matters worse, I thought, oh, just a tiny bit of nail polish remover, because I didn't have any turpentine or anything else on a cotton bud to wipe it off. And then I got some on the painted section of the body, and then I ended up rubbing a little bit of paint off in places. Oh, it's a nightmare. So at some point I may look for some new windows, or get someone to professionally repair it for me and respray it in Network Southeast colours to match the coach. Anyway, I guess if you don't make mistakes, you don't learn. So from now on, I will never just try and mask out the windows. I will just be a bit slower and pop the windows out and have to re-glue them in order to properly respray bodies and what have you. Anyway, enough of that sad story. So, alright, if I can line it up for the camera, you can see the 21 pin Dakota just in there. It was still a little bit light, so that's actually a wheel nut off a car. I had some spare ones kicking around. Sprayed it black and just glued it down, and it's barely noticeable. I was able to do that here. And this is the Hornby focus camera, and that's just sort of glued down. I couldn't work out how to do it, and then I went on to the DCC guy, an American YouTuber. Yeah, really helpful videos. And he, on one of his videos, put up on a screen a wiring diagram for the 21 pin Dakotas, and where you can actually solder the wires onto. So maybe I should take it off and show you. Alright, just bear with me a sec, guys. I'm just going to wiggle from both sides. Alright, the Dakota's out. Let's put that down somewhere safe. Alright, I've got tape over there. Sorry, undoing my hard work. Alright, so, and that gave me, and then his chart basically showed me what pins to finally solder onto. Sorry, I'm trying to get that to focus properly, guys. Still a bit new to this video production business. Turn it on the side. Anyway, hopefully you can get the idea. So I think that a black bint, which he had as a blue wire, is a third from the bottom, and the next one I think is another few along. If you guys want to have a go, it's well worth doing. I have trouble. I'm going to try and use some Inox MX30 like some people suggested to give it a really good clean, but for a relatively low cost, this ensures really sort of almost perfect running. So if you do happen to get a bit of dirty track, it keeps it going. I'd say it's an absolute must when using the DCC, especially on the Bluetooth. Otherwise your signal will keep dropping in and out and you'll lose control of your loco. But even this model here, it's just transformed it. So yeah, so when I put a sound decoder in this, I don't have to worry about the stay alive. Just trying to decide whether to solder the plug back on, and I may just because the HMDCC is designed to sort of plug in the side, as with the speaker side of the decoder. I might go back to doing that, but actually if it still works fine, I'll just leave it as it is and just plug the speaker into it. Anyway, so a long way of telling you what I'd done, and that's why I bought two. One stay alive's earmarked for the Class 33, and after they arrived I immediately did this project about 4 or 5 weeks ago now. Alright, so that's it. That's putting a stay alive or a battery bank or keep alive, whatever different people call them, which is basically 3 capacitors. It will actually power the electronics in the motor. This one seems to be about 15 seconds. So if I was to lift it off the track while it was still rolling, the wheels will keep turning till it stops. I don't do that, but yeah, if I do lift it off and the light's been left on, the lights will stay on till the battery bank discharges. Alright guys, take care for now. We'll see you on the flip side. Thanks very much for watching my videos. Now I've just got to reassemble this and super glue the battery box back on. Alright, don't do as I do. Happy modelling.